Hey guys, it's Carl's Talks Football, and in today's video, I will be predicting the entire World Cup. I'm going to use my laptop, which is currently there, to predict it. So yeah, in this video, you will see basically me going through the group stages and all the knockouts. Then I will go, of course, so you'll know who I think will win it, and I will go through who I think the dark horses, a team to basically watch out, my biggest flop, and goal scorer of the tournament. And yeah, um, of course, in this World Cup, it will be happening quite late, and I have taken into consideration when making these predictions of the hot weather, and yeah, of like, because yeah, I feel like South American teams will do better and through of the start times. But yeah, hope you guys do enjoy it, and if you do, guys, please leave a like, and also let me know who you think will win the World Cup. Yeah. I do live in England, but I'm not gonna try to be English biased. So we will see how that goes. So yeah, guys, I will start with Group A, which is Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and Czech Republic. I feel like Mexico will top the group. Yeah, Mexico South Africa is the opening game, so should be a good game. But yeah, I feel like Mexico will top the group. Then I'm gonna give it to South Korea actually, and then I'm gonna give it to Czech Republic. So yeah. Then we go into Group B. I'm gonna give this to Switzerland. I feel like Switzerland is the strongest team in this group. Yeah, sorry Canada. I think Fonzie is injured, Alphonso Davies, so as well, so he might not be the best. However, the other three teams, even Qatar, I think any of these teams could finish second basically. However, I'm gonna give it the hosts second, and I think this is my bias here because I think I like Bosnia. I am gonna give it to Bosnia third, but I could easily see it being Qatar though as well. So yeah, I think this will be second and third, fourth in this group will change. Group C, I think is quite straightforward. I think Brazil will win this group, and I do think Morocco will come second. I feel like this will be an interesting game between Brazil and Morocco. And Scotland, I think, will beat Haiti. At least they should. If they don't, Scotland, please never play football again. But yeah, I think that's my Group C. Then my Group D. This is an interesting group because they have USA, who are one of the hosts. They've not been on good form. However, I feel like this World Cup, they will perform. This is my prediction. And I feel like they will win the group. Potentially my dark horse of the tournament because of how not rated they are. Because they still have good players. Second, second's a toss-up basically. I think Australia will be fourth. Second, I feel like I'm gonna say Turkey. Again, this could be European bias, but I feel like Paraguay does have a good team. And I've watched a lot of other people predict Paraguay to be dark horses. So, however, I am gonna say Turkey will be second and Paraguay will be third. Then we move into the next group, which is Group E. We have Germany, who are favourites, of course, but however they have not made it through to the last stages. But I feel like they will win the group. And then it's Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. I am gonna put Curacao fourth because I'm sorry, I have no expectations from you guys. And then I'm not too sure. Ivory Coast did very good at the AFCON. However, Ecuador do have a very good team. And I am going to say, because of the heat, I mean, Ivory Coast is in Africa, but I do feel like because it is in North America, I do feel like Ecuador will do better. So I'm going to say Ecuador to finish second. This group, Group F. This is an interesting group because I feel like they're all, the top three at least are equally matched. Tunisia could be the dark horse of this group because, yeah, I think Netherlands would win it. Actually, just like now, guys, the person who apparently there's this mathematician in Germany who's predicted the last couple of World Cups who did predict Argentina to win, France to win. He has said that Netherlands will win this World Cup, so potentially dark horses. Plus, Netherlands have never won the World Cup, and I feel like they will top the group. Then it's Japan or Sweden. Japan have got a lot of injuries. I know Mitoma is injured, and Sweden didn't win a single game. I think they finished last. I know they finished last in the group. I'm pretty sure they didn't win a single game, but because of Nations League, they did qualify. However, because of that reason, I do feel like Sweden will come second. But then also I feel like it might be a draw, and I feel like the reason I'm saying Sweden might come second because I feel like they might beat Tunisia like 2-0. I feel like Sweden, Japan overall will be a draw. Group G. I think, of course, Belgium are the favourites in this group because of everything. They're not this team that they used to be, of course. They still have like Lukaku, De Bruyne, Courtois, and I think they're still quite strong and they should still win the group. I don't think they're like the dark horses and the golden generation anymore. So, but I think in this group they will still win it. Again, Egypt, Mo Salah, and it is a weakish group, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna leave Egypt second, and then Iran or New Zealand. Will Iran go to the World Cup? I won't still because of the war and everything. I will say Iran to finish third and New Zealand to finish fourth. That is my prediction. Then we got Group H with one of the main favourites in this group, Spain. Then we have Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. I'm not gonna lie, this group is, in my opinion, very straightforward. I think Spain will win this group. I feel like Spain will go quite far in this. Yeah, could they win it? Cabo Verde, I think, will be fourth. I think, and then kind of obvious. I know Uruguay is not the Uruguay they used to be. I'm pretty sure Suarez is not even in the team. They have Marcelo Bielsa as a manager in the team, so I do have faith in Bielsa. So I'm going to say Uruguay to finish second, Saudi Arabia will finish third, and unfortunately Cabo Verde will finish fourth. I'm sorry, Cabo Verde fans, if you're watching. Yeah. Then we go Group I. Quite interesting group, I think this is. Yeah. I think France are the favourites. I think they're the favourites to win the World Cup with like Mbappe, Olise, who else? Tuchemani. Like Camavinga isn't going. Any other team, Camavinga makes the starting 11. So I feel like France will win this group. I'm sorry, but Iraq will finish fourth. No offense to Iraq. And then Senegal have got redemption because they won the AFCON, but they didn't win the AFCON. So I feel like Senegal are coming here for like road engines. So I feel like, but also that could affect it. And this is Norway's first World Cup, so is Norway getting overhyped of it? I believe so. So, I rate Norway. In my previous predictions, I was gonna say Norway second, but now that I'm actually gonna, maybe this is me not being bold enough, or maybe because I'm recording this, I'm gonna say Senegal to come second, Norway to come third, and Iraq to come fourth. Then we have the group of champions, Group J, with Argentina, with Lionel Messi, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. I think Argentina is winning that group. I think they'll win all games, but it will be close. Like not against Jordan. It should be close against Jordan. But then technically their easiest game in the last World Cup they lost. So against Saudi Arabia. So yeah. Then I feel like Algeria will be second because of the hot weather. Because I did watch some of England versus New Zealand game. I'm not gonna lie, that was terrible. But that was a friendly. but because of the heat, I feel like Algeria will be more used to it. Plus, they still got Mahrez. They have Mouche as well, and yeah, I feel like Austria will be third, and Jordan will be fourth. A lot of these third places, you can see, are placed in the next round, so we will see them later, probably, most likely. Group K, they go Portugal with Ronaldo. How much will he play? And with him playing, will this affect Portugal? Will they make them better? Will he make them better, or will he make them worse? However, I do see them winning this group, and I feel like this will happen. Second, I am going to go Colombia again. No, sorry. Colombia to go second because, again, South American team suit the climate more. And then it's between DR Congo and Uzbekistan. I don't know. Is DR Congo the one where Visa plays for? Uzbekistan have got like Kushno, the player from Manchester City. You know what? I'm gonna go as an upset that Uzbekistan. No. Who do I go for? Because the thing is, the way I'm looking at for you guys, whoever wins this game will most likely be in the round of 32. Do you know what? Let's go. Let's go Uzbekistan. I think they will beat DR Congo. And then the last group, of course, is the England group. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. I think England should win the group because Croatia is not Croatia anymore. They still have like aging stars. They've got Guardiola, they've got Modric, but yeah. England has got an interesting squad as well. And yeah, that last game did not show me confidence, but then I haven't watched any other games, and I didn't watch like much of England game, I'll be honest. So how will England players get to the climate? Who knows? But I still think England will win the group. I think Croatia will be second, and I think Ghana will be third, and Panama will be fourth. Then we have to select 8 of the best third place teams, which I am going to go for Ghana because I think basically the winners will go through. Of course, Norway, because I feel like they will beat Iraq. Austria, because they will beat Jordan. Scotland, I think will go through. Who else was there? Saudi Arabia and Iran will go through, in my opinion, because I feel like Saudis will beat Cabo Verde and Iran will beat New Zealand. I think Japan will go through. How many have I selected? 7. So Czech Republic. Okay, so no. Actually no, I'm going to change this. Because Ivory Coast will go through because they are beating Curacao. I'm sorry, Curacao. So Czech Republic, South Africa. I think the Czechs are going through because they might get 4 points. But who doesn't go through? Bosnia, yeah. Paraguay. I praised them, but does that mean they're not going through? Actually, no. I'm saying Uzbekistan are not going through. Who would I replace them with? Austria's definitely winning. Japan's winning. Do you know what? I'm going to say this. So then we go into the knockouts. Will they show it? No. So, Korea versus Canada. Korea with an aging son. I don't know many Koreans. Canada at home. Let's go Canada. Why not? Germany, Ghana. Should be Germany. Netherlands, Morocco is the next one. Sorry. Netherlands, Morocco. I think it's gonna be a tough game. How is this already a tough game? I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say Morocco. Why not? Let's get the Morocco hype. Let's give them the hype. Brazil, Sweden. I feel like it will be Brazil. I didn't speak much about Brazil, but they've got Neymar, Vini. feel like they might not. Yeah, they're gonna beat Sweden. Can this game actually happen? Because they are placed. They were in each of their groups. If it does happen, I think France wins again. I'm sorry. Um, have you guys just seen what I've seen? Have you just seen what I've sent? I'm not sure how well these third places are. Ecuador, Senegal. I'm going to say Senegal. Why not? Mexico, Austria. Gonna give it to the hosts. Mexico, England, Scotland. This is interesting. I don't know if this happened. Did I have to select them in an order that I think they'll do? Because I just selected teams. England. However, that happens in a World Cup, and England loses. Oh, what? USA versus Iran. Is this World War III right now? USA. Belgium, Saudi Arabia. As I said, I don't think it's the same Belgium, but I don't think that Saudi Arabia team's weak. So Belgium, Spain, Algeria, Spain. Might be like a 1 or 2-0. Switzerland, Japan. Oh, Switzerland or Japan. I'm gonna say Switzerland. I think Switzerland could be quite good. Argentina, Uruguay. I'm gonna go for Messi and Argentina. If you guys have done the predictions, I think you might know what's coming up soon. Portugal, Ivory Coast. Portugal. I think Portugal might go quite far. Turkey, Croatia. It's not the same Croatia. Turkey's quite young. They finally have to do something in the tournament. And then Egypt, Colombia. Damn. Let's go Colombia. This is a bit weird. What we got here. So let's start with round of 16, Germany versus France. I feel like Germany are on a redemption arc of a World Cup. However, they have to play France in a round of 16. I think Germany have done better than the previous ones, but if you didn't play France, you would have gone far further. Canada versus Morocco. Can Morocco do another run? They played good at the AFCON, and it will be hot. And Canada's not that good. I'm going to go Morocco, yeah. Brazil, Senegal. I am going to go Brazil because, yeah, I just feel like Brazil will win this game. Mexico, England. England? But it's going to be another close game. I don't see England having... It'll be a 1-goal game. It could be even extra time. But England will win this one, in my opinion. Spain versus Switzerland. Spain. USA, Belgium. You know what? Because they're the hosts, they have Pochettino, they have Pulisic, they have decent players. I am going to go for USA. Portugal versus Colombia. Portugal is just too strong. They have the best midfield. Argentina versus Turkey. Argentina. Have you guys seen what I've seen? So then, now we're into the quarterfinals. France, Morocco, the repeat of semi-final of last year, and I feel like it will be the same outcome where France win this, USA, Spain. Again, I think USA had a good run. They're the best host nation, but however, they are losing to Spain. Brazil, England. Interesting. Quarterfinal. My heart wants to say England. My gut wants to say Brazil, because that's the issue. England played well in the qualifiers. They actually played very well, and they are hard to break down. But it is against Brazil. But then Brazil is in the quarters. They have Neymar, who's half injured, and they have to prove, but they have Don Carlo. I'm going to say Brazil. So I'm going to say Brazil do make the semi-finals because, yeah, match 100. Everyone has to make this decision. Also, this could be the greatest day of sports, bro. Brazil, England, Portugal, Argentina. I think there was other stuff happening on that day as well. But who wins that match? The last ever meeting of the GOATs. probably one of the last GOATs, last ever match, because I think they're retiring after this World Cup. I am a Messi fan, and I would like to say Messi to win. However, I think Portugal do have a stronger team overall. Like João Neves, Vitinha, Rafael Leão, Ronaldo, who might not even be starting. Ronaldo should be starting in this game. Even if he doesn't start in the other games, I hope Ronaldo starts in this game. And I will say Portugal will win this. This will be a legendary game. If you cannot miss this game. The last meeting of the GOATs. I see Messi scoring. I see Ronaldo trying to score, but overall I think Portugal will win this. Then we go to the semi-finals. France versus Spain. This is the semi-finals of the Euros. And that should have been the final of the World Cup, the last Euros. And I think that should be the World Cup of the final. France have recently... Spain has got France's number. However, this is where my issue lies. Spain's attack. Like, will Lamine Yamal be fit? He's injured. So how fit is he going to be at this time? And I feel like France is just too strong. And I'm going to say France will be in the final. And then Brazil versus Portugal. Is this where Ronaldo's dream ends against Brazil? Or do we see Portugal in the final? Are we going to have a repeat of whatever this final is in the World Cup? Oh, give me 2 seconds, guys. Will we have the final of 1998 World Cup when France played Brazil, or France versus Portugal in the 2016? Oh, who do I predict? That is gonna be tough. I am gonna say it will be Portugal. So my final is between France and Portugal. In 2016, in France, Portugal won 1-0. In USA, 2020, is it in USA? I think in USA 2026, after me predicting, I hope I didn't change. Oh, I changed so much. No. Give me 2 seconds, guys. As I was doing this, I changed one of the thing on my earlier bracket, and it got changed everything. So ignore if the first parts look different. But France versus Portugal, after me predicting all of this, will Mbappe win his second World Cup in 8 years? France have 3 times in the final. They can't surely lose 2 in a row. But then it's Portugal's last dance with Ronaldo's last World Cup. However, I am going to say there will be redemption, and France will win the World Cup, in my opinion. And that is my prediction for the World Cup, that France will win it. So yeah, France for me to win the World Cup. It might be a bit boring, I'm sorry guys, but that's just how it's going to be in my opinion. France are too strong. So yeah, winner, France. Player of the tournament, Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe. Everyone's going to say Mbappe is not going to have... I think Mbappe will have an amazing World Cup. Dark horses, if you hadn't guessed, USA, of course. Because, yeah, USA. Flop? Who was my flop? Realistically, I didn't really have a flop. I was a bit boring with these, wasn't I? Netherlands was my flop. They're around 32 because a lot of people are predicting them to go to the quarters, but I feel like they will lose. I think, yeah, should be an interesting one. Also, take these predictions with pinch of salt, because I literally predicted one thing wrong, and then it changed all the games. England don't play Scotland anymore. England play apparently Iran now. So maybe I did it wrong. I'm sorry, I don't know how it works. So yeah. we'll see how it goes, guys. I'm excited for the World Cup. I will try to be watching as much games as I can. There's a video coming soon. Basically, I've bought national team for membership. I had some before, but I have a national shirt from every other team. I'm still waiting for two to arrive now, but hopefully on the day of the eve of the World Cup, before that, there will be a video about that. But yeah, of course, if you're guys English, let's hope England brings it home. If you're not, I hope you're watching your nation to watch it. And also, guys, I will try to be doing like, I'm not going to say daily uploads because I'm not going to be doing daily uploads because of work, but I will try to be doing uploads as much as I can. Like after getting week 1, I'll be doing, I'll do upload after each game week, and plus if some upsets happen in the day, and like if there's big games that I want to talk about. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave it in prediction that who do you guys gonna win the World Cup? And yeah, if you're English, it's coming home. It's coming home. Football's coming home. Can't wait to be in a beer garden. I'm not actually in a beer garden. I'll be in a club because it's going to be like 8, 9, 10 p.m. the games. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more contents. It's been Carl Talks Football. We'll see you later, guys.